Gotta get ready. Gotta get pumped up.
Get your game face on, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about sports, and where are we talking about it?
We're talking about it in Topic Town. Let's go to there.
Okay. We're supposed to say, let's go to Topic Town.
Okay, start over.
Where are we going?
Let's go to Topic Town.
Okay.
So we're talking about sports.
We're talking about sports.
Because this was a suggestion from commenter ConMarsh22.
Yes.
His comment was, you guys seem to not have a lot of interest in sports. I would like to know why. I don't know why he would get that impression.
I don't have any. I'm
always talking about sports.
I'm always
sports
like,
on the brain.
Oh man, I can't wait for the sports ball game.
Yeah.
I hope they win it good.
Yeah, it's true. I think it's true though. We're not really into sports that much.
No. Well, here's the thing though. I grew up in small town, Wisconsin. I played Little League. I played flag football. I played high school football. I played track. I ran track. You don't really play track.
Yeah, sports fanatic.
And I played basketball. I played basketball. I was probably best at basketball out of all of them. I played a lot of sports. Although junior, senior year, then I just ran track and I stopped playing the other sports.
You were like the Michael Jordan of sports.
Basically, yeah. If Michael Jordan played sports, I was Michael Jordan of sports. So I had plenty of interest in it, in a sense that it was a small town and that's what everyone did. Like if you've seen Friday Night Lights, that is basically like the town I grew up in. Wisconsin in general, very much about football.
Which character were you? Were you the?
I was probably
the
Riggins.
Hot guy?
Yeah, Riggins. I was probably Riggins. That drinks a lot. I was Riggins. Yeah. Anyway, so I played a lot of sports, and I watched a lot of football because that's what you did in Wisconsin. But I never really got that into it, ever. I wish I could. It's not that I never gave it a chance either. I watched a lot of sports on TV. I just didn't care. I'd watch it, and my brain would turn off. I enjoyed playing it a lot more than I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah. I came from a slightly larger town in Minnesota. And I didn't really play that much sports. Definitely not as much as you did. I remember my parents sort of tried to get me to play Little League and some basketball and stuff like that. I hated it so much. I just wanted to go do other things. I wanted to go watch
cartoons.
Anything was better than...
my coffee beeped.
Oh,
the coffee is done. Anyway,
my parents tried really hard to get me to play sports, and I just had some sort of genetic
aversion.
Aversion, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the medical term for what I have.
Mm-hmm.
Against sports, I couldn't do it.
I always wanted to play video games most of the time, actually.
Yeah, I'd rather play video games. I wanted to stay inside, turn the lights off. Go to bed, read a book.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Sometimes I do enjoy it. My family loves watching sports, and I will watch a football game with them. And sometimes I get into it. Sometimes I watch and I see the drama play out on TV, and I understand it, and I get into it. But as soon as it's over, I forget. I don't care. I forget who the players were. It doesn't matter.
What team you're rooting for?
Yeah, I just don't know why. I don't understand why. I'm not that into. It would be better if I were more into sports, because then I would have more things to talk about.
Yeah, that's I think the one thing about not being into sports is that you don't have anything to talk about
with strangers. Like, oh, how about them
those
sports
Bears
players? Bears.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh yeah, they passed good, they threw good, they touched down often.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't really talk about specific players. I couldn't even tell you the quarterback of the Bears right now, the town we're in.
Yeah.
Could you? I'm sure you couldn't.
I
think I know more about sports than you do.
Yeah, it's not Michael Jordan anymore. He's retired, right?
Yeah, he's retired from football.
Mm-hmm.
He might be golfing now.
Yeah.
He actually is golfing now, I think. Probably.
Yeah, he probably is right this moment.
Yeah.
Golfing somewhere.
Yeah.
But you know, even though I had this aversion to sports, I was captain of the swim team 2 years in a row.
Good job.
Yeah. So there was that sort of sport, kind of. You swim.
Right. I think one of my favorite sports matches I've ever been to that I enjoyed was I just went to the Summer Olympics in London. I went there to do videos. YouTube sent a bunch of YouTubers there, and I was there for 3 weeks, and we saw women's soccer. We saw the U.S. women's. I think it was for gold. No, yes, and it was them against Japan, and they won, and it was the most. I was so into that game for some reason. I did not expect to be that into it, and I loved it. Just seeing. I call it soccer, but everyone else in the world calls it football. Just seeing, I didn't even know. I'd never been to a live football soccer game. You have to clarify for Americans.
Yeah.
And they just run forever. They just run and run and run. There's like 3 people to sub in every now and then. It looked like I assumed that there was a full team that they would sub in and out. But if there's very few players, and they all have to be on the field the entire time and run the entire time, and that is true sportsmanship, athleticism, something. Mm-hmm. And it was amazing.
You have to be athletic to be an athlete.
You do. But I think in particular football, it seems like you have to run and run and run for, I don't know how long the game is, 2 hours, 3 hours? I don't know sports.
Yeah.
But I was so into it. And you'd think, too, people from the U.S., they want to see people score all the time. They want to see, like, the scores happen, so soccer is boring to them. But there's something more to it, I think, especially if you see it live. There's something really to this football thing that the rest of the world already knows.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's something the world loves.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite sports are a little more obscure. Like, I really like the strongest man competition. That's like that. It's simple. I get it. You can just see who's the strongest.
Yeah.
And like whoever can lift that boulder and carry it the farthest. That's the kind of sport I like.
Do you just like to be different, Matt? Do you think there's some of that to it?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it's that I like to be different, but I don't know how to be anything else.
To be same. You don't know how to be same. I watch the Super Bowl almost every year. I've seen the Super Bowl, and I watch it with China, my girlfriend, not the country. And I enjoy explaining football to her. When we watched all of Friday Night Lights, I explained football to her, and that was fun. It's fun to feel knowledgeable about it.
Yeah,
but
football expert here.
Yeah, football.
American football.
I mean, I do understand the game pretty well, and I could probably I could probably coach pretty well. I think I could, just because the sport is unavoidable. Where I grew up.
Yeah.
But I'm super smart, so I think, and I've played it, and I think I know.
I think that should be the strategy of one of the NFL teams, like maybe next year, is to bring in a coach like you who has no experience, so that the other team has no idea what you're gonna do. You're like a wild card,
right?
You're gonna do things that are probably illegal, and then
right. We're gonna throw it backwards on this play, and they're gonna have no idea, and then you're gonna run and get tackled. And
they're gonna be caught off guard, and you're gonna win every game.
But then we're gonna lose a lot of yards, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna freak them out, and then they won't know what's gonna happen.
That's the problem with sports today, is that they're relying too much on people who are experts in the sport.
People who are good at it.
Yeah. Because they're predictable, and you don't want predictable in a sport, as far as I know. In my analysis of,
you are an expert. Yeah.
You got to have that wild card.
I don't know what it is though about what is it about us that we just can't enjoy sports? Why?
I'm not sure what it is. Like I think, a part of it is like I think some people. I assume that people can sort of like empathize with like the people, like they want to be there playing the game and things like that, and they imagine like being like throwing a touchdown or whatever. And I never really get that. I never really like want to like be down there doing it. I don't know if that's what people like about it. I don't know. Like it's probably just exciting, I guess, when you really like a team.
But why don't we?
I don't know. I think it's kind of silly, really, to like be loyal to a team.
It is kind of pretty, not necessarily football for a country, but like in the U.S., it's pretty silly to be super loyal to your state's team because
they move all the time.
The people who play the game aren't even from there, most of them,
and oftentimes the team itself isn't even from there.
But I guess the owners are, and maybe the coaches aren't often from the town. I think the Green Bay Packers are pretty cool because the town owns the team.
I think that's cool too.
But still, the players are from everywhere else.
Yeah.
And I think it is kind of silly that to have this blind loyalty to your state. On the one hand, on the other hand, you gotta be loyal to something, right?
Sure.
Do you? Maybe you don't.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter with the team though. I know sports just seem like it doesn't matter, but to so many people, it matters to so many people.
I think I am competitive. I can be, especially with video games. So it's not the competition aspect that I don't like about sports, and I don't dislike anything. It just doesn't capture my interest. Maybe I'm selfish, and I don't care what seeing other players do well. I want to do well myself. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm selfish.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I often find sports games boring.
Yes, I do too, usually.
I don't get into it that much.
I do enjoy going to a baseball game. Going to the game. Seeing it on TV, Snoresville. But going to the game, I enjoy that.
But that's more of like, I sort of enjoy that. I enjoy that more too, but that's more because you get to like sit in a stadium or something. And
have a beer, have a hot dog.
Have a beer. You don't really have to pay attention to the game. You're talking to other people. You're kind of just hanging out with your
I want to catch a baseball really bad, too. I really want them to hit the ball to me.
I wouldn't want that. I'd be scared.
Well, I'd be scared, but that's part of the excitement as well. I don't think we've nailed down why we don't like sports.
Yeah, there's something wrong with us.
I think there's something wrong with us. But there are others like us. There are others like us.
Yeah, they're out there.
Well,
they're not very many. It's kind of like being a Highlander. I don't know.
It is a little bit. I mean, in that we are trying to remove each other's heads.
Yeah. In the end, there can be only one person who doesn't like sports.
Yep. I think we've covered this topic.
Yeah, I don't know if it answers your question, but it's we apologize.
It is what it is.
We apologize for not liking sports.
And it's not that I don't know about. I've never given it a shot. I have plenty. Now play it's like
it's a
song.
mystery.
Yeah. Sports. Sometimes they wear shorts. Sometimes they wear pants. Sometimes they do a dance. Especially on those talent shows, which I would consider a sport. Sports. Sometimes they wear shorts. Sometimes they put on jerseys.
Yeah, jerseys with numbers.
Sometimes they don't.
Yeah, there's a shirtless, or maybe they're wearing a different kind of shirt.
Sometimes I go to bed. The end. Thank you. That was our best song.
That was pretty good, yeah. We'll put that one on iTunes.